Hey guys, happy Friday. Hey guys, happy Friday. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, you're welcome, Han. Be sure to subscribe while you're here. To all my returning viewers, welcome back. You know the vibes, and it's good to have you here. Yes, this is Sis's first get ready with me tag, so I'll be getting ready to go to church. Church is in like 2 hours, so I have to make this video snappy-ish. Church is online, but keep it cute, sis. Keep it cute. While I do my makeup, I will be telling you guys a story of my boarding school experience. Yeah, I'll be telling you guys my boarding school experience. Initially, I wanted to tell you guys a whole different story, but as I was showering this morning, I thought about my boarding school experience and I felt like I liked it better. So yeah, so let's get right into the video. The boarding school I went to is Mpelembe Secondary School, the best school in Zambia. Okay, go argue with your principal if you don't think so. I went there in grade 8. Yeah, so grade 8, day 1, you have like on day 1 you have guys, this is my first get ready with me and I feel like I can't talk and do something else, so if it's crusty, forgive a girl, just watch to the end and thank you so much. So yes, in grade 8, on the first day, of course, you know you're new, so you have to like assemble in the common room. So like the common room is a place where you meet, like all grades meet, usually at night, but like when you're new, you all meet whatever time the prefects decide to meet. So grade 8 here, I finally went there, and time for grade 8 to meet in the common room. While we're there, we had to introduce ourselves, yeah, and one of my friends, I don't think I can mention some people's names, okay, she wasn't my friend, we're grade mates, yeah. So one of the girls, as she was introducing herself, I felt like she didn't say her name loud enough. So when she said her name, I was like, iwe volume, like ka volume. I'm not sure exactly what I said, but I was telling her like, increase your volume, we haven't heard your name. Yo guys, the head girl got upset. Now no, that's really rude. She told me off, and I felt like, hey, talk to me like that, me, hey. And that was the beginning of my head girl wahala. Like I had problems with every head girl. All 5 years at Mpelembe, I had something going on with every head girl. Okay, so that day passed fine. She told me off, and that was the beginning of my trouble in that school, guys. This was the first day at that school. Then the next Saturday at Mpelembe, like in the girls' hostel, the first Saturday there's a burn. So a burn is simply girls dancing against each other. And before I went to that school, guys, I could not dance to save my life. At least now I can do something, but before I went there, I couldn't dance to save my life. Yeah. And they initially, when they're like advertising that there's a burn, it's like to ginger you, not really to ginger you, but like to put fear in you, like, you know, there's a burn, you can do rubbish and be embarrassed. Okay, yeah, so there was that. Finally the burn came and I was afraid because like I can't dance, what if I'm picked? And my room captain, so each grade from grade 8 to grade 11 has a room captain, and the room captain is a grade 11, and my room captain was popular and a dancer, so I felt like they would pick at least on somebody from my row, and I just felt like, hey, it would be me. So finally the burn is going on. Guys, people's dance moves were fire. I was like, me, I can't be embarrassed, I can't be disgraced. So before they picked me, I started doing crocodile tears. I did crocodile tears and they excused me. I said, no, I'm not feeling well, so I can't dance, I can't participate in this, I have to go and sleep. Yeah, so that's how they excused me. Fine, that day passed. Next event was prep. So we used to have prep every Monday to Friday at 6, I think. I don't remember the time, but I think we used to have it at 6. And my room captain never really used to attend prep like that, so whatever she did was like what we started learning. And eventually we stopped going for prep. This was grade 8, guys. We stopped going for prep, and all my roommates and I were in the same class, so if we missed prep, that was like 7 girls have missed prep, and in a class girls will be like 14, 15, and would still miss class. I think prefects were just not serious about anything, because they would never like come and ask, why didn't you come for prep, where is this person, where's what. So just like that, we used to miss prep, and because of who my room captain was, I felt like I got more exposed to what goes on in the school, that from grade 8 I wasn't afraid of authority. Like, that's all. What can you do to me? No, nothing. Yeah. So I feel like those were the highlights of grade 8. We used to steal water. Like, we'll go to the grade 12's ablution block. You're not allowed to go to the grade 12's ablution block because it's for grade 12s. Yeah, so we would go there and steal water early in the morning, because that's where there was like constantly hot water. I feel like that's pretty much what happened in grade 8. Grade 9 was for spice. So in Zambia, grade 9 is when you write a junior high exam. I guess that's what it's called. Junior can be high. A junior examination, something like that, yeah. And I was moved to the next hostel, and I just had the best roommates, you guys. Our room was the coolest. We had the coolest people. If you went to the same school as I and you disagree, you are just jealous. You are just jealous. So yeah, they put us in that room, and on the first day, our room captain, started telling us rules, making things clear, like, no, so in this room, light goes off at this time, don't talk after what, rules like that. I don't remember exactly what she said, let me not lie, but she gave us rules. Now, one of the things that she said, one of my roommates didn't like, I don't know if she didn't hear right, or she just wanted her to explain more. It was like not clear, and my roommate said, so what? But then, because we were childish, so what was like, she said, so what? Yeah? She said, so what? So we made noise about it, and that was the beginning of the drama in that room. That was the beginning. Also, to start with, in that room we were 9 in that room, and it was a room for 8 people. That's already drama. You know how that not following rules goes. So yeah, we were 8 instead of 9, but time my sister actually moved out and we became the right number. So time with this girl, she was an A student, this room captain that we had, yeah, she was an A student, so she's just doing everything right, following school rules and doing good things. And that wasn't what our lives were about. That's what we were trying to do, because I don't know, we're just so big-headed and felt we could literally do anything we want to do and nobody can tell us nothing. Yeah, so whatever instructions she would give us, we just be like, okay, whatever. Time we started having wrestling in the room before prep. We even had teams, even made songs. So if I'm like on your team like this, we'll sing your theme song before you start wrestling. We'll do wrestling and finally go for prep. One day I was undoing my hair. We were all pretty much undoing our hair. Others were like done, others were washing, others were shampooing, but I was still unbraiding. And then our house parent came, and she was like really mad, like, yo, there's a meeting for grade 9s, you guys have to go back down school and attend that meeting. And my hair was like in a mess, like, attend what meeting with what hair? So I hid in my locker and my roommates locked me while they went for that thingy. So before that meeting was done, everyone else's classes were done, yeah, and my room captain came back and she was with her friend. While I was in the locker, she started telling her friend about her roommates. Her roommates don't listen, they just do whatever they want to do. And in that conversation, she called us fools. Yay! Mistake. When my roommates came back, I assembled all of them. I told them, oh, this is what our room captain was saying about us. She even called us fools. Yo! That's how we decided, okay, since we are fools, we went on the rota that she wrote of like what charges what we do in the room, right? What our cleaning and whatever is in the room. So that we changed the name of, like, we're room 7, so we changed it to room 7 fools, since she called us fools, and that's how we became room 7 fools. And popularly we just became room 7 fools. And her birthday came. So in my school there was this thing called sniping. Sniping was like doing something messy to somebody's bed. Like, you could empty the pad bin on somebody's bed. Okay, that was like really extreme. People would empty a pad bin on your bed. They could put shoe polish They could put Colgate or any toothpaste anyway. Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's what was called sniping. So when our room captain's birthday came, we're like, okay, we're going to snipe her. But you know, as much as we were rebellious like that, we weren't trying to be in trouble like with authority. Yeah, so we just used water to snipe her. And guys, she reported us. Okay, it was just 2 of us who did, but we took it for the team. So I was one of the 2 people who did it. And yeah, we sniped her. We just poured water on her bed. We didn't like snipe her, put pads and all that stuff, because that was just extreme. People used to get expelled for it, but people used to just do it like it's one thing like that. So after sniping her, she reported to the house parent for our hostel. The house parent came into the common room, like after prep we meet in the common room. So she came to the common room and started saying, oh, somebody sniped, I was about to mention her name, somebody sniped this girl, we'll find out who you are, I'll do prayer and fasting. So our house parent was a sister. She said she'll do prayer and fasting until she finds out who sniped her. And me and my friend were just there like, how will you find us? How? And just like that, she never ever found us, and the story just passed and felt like they were just exaggerating, because for crying out loud, guys, it was just water. People used to snipe with pads and all that stuff, and it was just water. It was just water, and we're just trying to fight, you know. Yeah, and that's how that day passed. Another drama day came. I think she gave us work to do, or charges. So charges was like your portion to clean in the hostel. So I think at this point she became a prefect. So she now felt like, okay, she now has, maybe now that she's a prefect, she'll be like more scary to us and we'll listen to what she says. But I'm sorry, dear. Yeah, so she became a prefect and she gave us charges and whatever. And we didn't do. We never used to do. Maybe some people would do, others won't. Just like that. We just used to do whatever we feel like doing. So she got upset and she said, you're going to graft. So at Mpelembe, grafting is like you go down school. So like where the classrooms are, you go down school and you either water, you take weeds, stuff, activities like that. But for us, she said you're just going to water. Yeah, so we carried our buckets and you know, we were so unbothered. Initially, the punishment was like not to embarrass us. Oh, sorry, wrong team. We were like having so much fun. People were wondering like, have you guys just come to water down school? I go, we were actually on punishment, but we can't let the opponents win, you know, can't let the opposing team win. So we had fun with what we were doing, and I feel like that's all I remember about my grade 9. I feel like those were the highlights. If we went to school together, please drop the highlights that I may have forgotten. So on to grade 10. So grade 10 was 2015. Yeah, 2015. When you get into high school, the number of people you are in a room decreases. So from being 8 people in a room, we were now 4. Yeah, so a lot of my roommates were dispersed and, you know, couldn't make trouble together. So I feel like for the most part in grade 10, we were like calm. We were calm. I don't remember doing any trouble in grade 10. The highlights of my grade 10 were probably going for sports, pretty much going for sports with seniors. And you know, seniors are seniors, they'll be up to a lot of nonsense, and you just get to be a spectator and go and share the gist to your friends who don't go for trips. Yeah, also we had in grade 10, there's a trip, you have a trip to Nduvaluva. Yeah, pretty much you have a trip to Nduvaluva. I feel like that was like the highlight. Nduvaluva is like a place where you just do activities. There's okay, I'll name a few activities that you do at Nduvaluva. There's a course called Initiative. So each day has its own thing. So let's say the day called Initiative. Maybe you are just given matches and you're told make a fire. So like Initiative is you finding firewood, finding sticks in the bushes and seeing how you can start the fire as quickly as possible while maybe there's wind or whatever. There's also rocket race. Rocket race is where you like walk or run, however you want to do it, but it's like 10 meters. You don't want to run 10 meters, come on. So you walk for like 10 meters as a team, and there's stops in that 10 meters. So there's maybe at this point, this is what you do. I think we had to like pick letters from trees or something like that, where initially I think you spell rocket in the end. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened in my grade 10. On to my grade 11. Grade 11, term 1. What I remember very well from term 1 is that I took part in Mr. and Miss Valentine. Yo, the drama Mr. and Miss Valentine comes with. Yo. So, Mr. and Miss Valentine, the senior grades, like grade 11 and grade 12, only have to have one participant. But then our seniors, the grade 12s, 2 people wanted to participate. So they couldn't agree on one person. So they felt like, ish guys, my eyebrows are... Anyhow, it's online. Yeah. So they felt like because 2 people are participating in grade 12, even juniors like us should have 2 people participate as well, because 2 people participating is like really hard. You can't focus on one person, and having both people to win is like really tight. So that's how we had to have 2 people take part. And my friends convinced me. They're like, no, take part, just take one for the team, don't worry about anything, we'll do it. Actually, shout out to Rose and Ella. Rose and Ella did the most for me. You guys would sleep at 4 preparing outfits for the semester. They made the rule that the second person should take part when there was only like 1 week left. So it was like, you have to find outfits, you have to find stunts, how you're going to dance and all that stuff. And also because I didn't like attention like that. Like, I don't know if anyone likes attention like that, but because I didn't like attention like that, I didn't want anyone to know that I was participating until the day comes. So we used to have other people do like they're participating, just go for practice for me, not knowing all this time my best friend at that time was actually taking part. He was taking part. And yeah, as time went on, we found out that we were both taking part, and we decided that we'll be partners. That is drama, because somebody else was already taking part before that. So now it looked like I'm taking over. This is somebody who was already gonna have a partner from our grade. Now I'm taking over to be his partner. But like, anyway, anyhow, I still ended up being his partner. He was my best friend, and sorry. Finally, intro came. We did it. It's also called intro, the same Mr. and Miss. So intro came and we did it, and I won first princess, and my best friend won overall. I think he was Mr. Valentine. Yeah, now there was drama. No, Kunda and her best friend took part, so they could embarrass me. I don't know how true this is, but like, this was the news that came to me, so don't come at me. Yeah, but I was told, no, this is what Sis is saying. Like, Kunda and her best friend took part, so took part together, so I could lose, and they will do their own thing alone. And you know, things started coming up. You know, they were not even giving me attention and whatever. I'm like, you know, this is late. First of all, me, I didn't even want to take part in this, you guys. My friends did the most for me to actually win that thing. I didn't even pay to take part. My friends settled whatever payments had to be done. And yeah, that's how I won. Grade 11 is the year when I was the rudest. Guys, you could not tell me nothing. You know, that year, prefects would threaten me. Oh, you get expelled from boarding. I cared less. That was the time I really wanted to leave the school. Nothing was wrong with the school. I was just tired. So yeah, prefect would threaten me if I should just wear a short skirt. All the prefects want to punish me. One prefect wants me to do frog jumps. One prefect wants me to kneel in the sun. One prefect wants to do this. Guys, insubordination. Everything I did, insubordination. Like, okay, fine, guys, sorry, but I'm just not gonna do what you want me to do. Like, some things were just the most. Also, in grade 11, one thing that even made me more rebellious was that I was in a grade 12 room instead of a grade 11 room. So they would forget about me. So I'd wake up late, because they can't come to my room to come and wake me up, because they're grade 12 rooms. You don't wake up grade 12, they wake up on their own. So they would forget that I'm there. So yeah, which means I'll be late if they don't wake me up. Also, I would stay in for supper, stay in for prep. And of course, they were mad, because like, why is this grade 11 girl doing what she's doing. Okay, yeah. So the punishments that they used to give us at that time were physicals, and I wasn't about to do physicals, guys. I wasn't about to do physicals. So what I did is I faked an injury, right? So I faked an injury and got a note from the clinic that said off physicals. But the off physicals was something very temporary, guys. I think the most off physicals they'll give you is like 10 days, and that's something serious. Or if you have more, maybe you have a cast and it has to be more. But I had like the bare minimum, maybe 5 days. But this note, I don't know, I was just lucky, but this note was just, the stamp wasn't like very clear. So with time, the stamp kind of like just died away. So each time I was asked to do physicals, I was just like, no, I have a note. And I'll be very serious, like, no, I have a note, I can't do physicals. You know that seriousness where somebody just believes what you've said, because like what's the point? If you have a note, just go. Like, don't do the punishment. Why do we have to go in circles with this? So yeah, that note, guys, it saved me, because the prefects hated me because I was very rude and rebellious and just doing my own thing. So that note was like, what punishment can they give me? To wash socks. I'll just put your socks in water and hang them, because hello yeah, this highlight is ugly. Highlight is doing the most. Yeah. Then grade 11 term 3 came. So grade 11 term 3 is when they pick prefects, right? And I feel personally that everybody was expecting me to be a prefect. At least everybody who knew I existed, I feel they were all expecting me to be a prefect. And for myself, was I expecting myself to be a prefect? Well, okay, maybe let's not say expecting. Did I want to be a prefect? I wanted to be a sports captain. I didn't want to be an ordinary prefect. So if it was being a prefect alone, I didn't want it. If I'm being a prefect but a sports captain, I wanted to be a prefect, of course. Time to pick, before the time to pick prefects came, I went on a trip. So on this trip, what happened was, you know, you meet people from other schools, of course. So my friends from my city came. Those guys who went to day schools in my city, they came. And I think anyone who goes to a boarding school likes that point where you can use a phone, communicate with anybody, your parents or whoever you want to communicate with. So this, my friend gave me his phone so I could talk. While I had his phone, the teachers that we went with on that trip said, Mpelembe people, let's go and sleep. First of all, it was very early. They were just being annoying. But yeah, they said, Mpelembe people, let's go and sleep. I'm like, okay, fine, go and sleep. I was like, but I can't come yet. I want to return this phone to the owner. I was like, first of all, why do you even have somebody's phone? Whatever. She's like getting mad. Like, it's not that deep. Anyhow, we finally went to our rooms, and I still had this person's phone. And this person told me they wanted their phone at night, so I couldn't stay with it. Come at me. So when the woman that we traveled with went inside, I ran to the boys' side and returned the phone. Guys, in that short period of time that I ran to the other side, she called authority. Oh, Kunda is doing this. Kunda shouldn't play. Kunda shouldn't this and that. Fine, that passed. Time to announce prefects. My name was not called, and you know, everyone's just giving me awkward faces like, okay. I'm like, guys, it's not me. I strongly feel like that played a role in me not being picked as a prefect. That Monday when it came, I felt like, okay, so it's late. They've snitched on me on what I did, and I can't be a prefect anymore. So now the thing was that the prefects that they picked was not up to the number that was required for prefects, like the number that they used to pick in our school. So they was like, oh, there's still hope to be a prefect. But I was like, but guys, me, I was snitched on it. I went to the boys' side, and I'm unruly. I just do whatever I want to do. So that time passed, and time to pick senior prefects, like who's the head girl, who's the whatever. I was called for the interviews. They call for interviews to like ask those who are already prefects, like, who do you think should be head girl? Why do you think they should be head girl among you? Like, they call potentials. Yeah, they call the potentials. And I was called. I mean, I wasn't a prefect and they called me. So it was like, okay, sis is a prefect. Yeah. time to announce the senior prefects. Yeah, I was eventually picked as sports prefect, and of course I was happy, guys. Being a sports prefect was always my dream because I love sports. I got to travel even if it was a sport that I didn't play, and I just loved sports, and of course I was happy to be picked as a prefect. So now on to grade 12. 12 you can't do any sports. Oh no, first term you can do sports. So the first term came, and as I grew older, I felt like I became too good to do sport, to practice for sport. I felt like I just deserved to be on the team, right? First time came and I didn't go for practice. I think I did. No, I don't think I went for practice. So I didn't go for practice, and it was time for this trip. My name wasn't on the list, but I said no, I'm sports captain and whatever, so I want to go. Okay, they said fine, you will go. And the reason I really wanted to go is because this trip, guys, it's so hot. This trip was in my city, and of course if it's in my city, it's like close. My parents will come and see me for sure. I'll get extra food, extra money, and all that good stuff. So I finally went for this trip, which I wasn't on the list on, and I ended up taking part in a race and qualifying. So like, okay, great. So now that I've qualified, I might as well start practicing, because at first, if I felt too good to practice and I made it to the team and I qualified to go for the finals with like the last position to qualify, so it's like first to fourth are the people who qualify out of 8 people, and I was 4th. So it was like a push, like, you know what, you actually have to practice if you're going to go for these finals and expect something good out of it. And to even make it for the finals, the teachers had to see you actually practice, because the finals were far and they want the minimum of people to travel so that expenses are just cut, because you have to stay there, so you need rooms, food for all that time, right? So I practiced, and I finally went for this trip. After going for this trip, you guys, because when I took part in the qualifiers, I took part under somebody's name for the finals. They said no, you can't do it because we'll get caught and we'll be disqualified. And that's just how I traveled for like 3 days, 3-day trip for nothing. And I found myself in a lot of drama, because on trips, like, children are doing bad stuff. So I ended up finding myself in a lot of wahala, in a lot of storytelling, a lot of having to defend this person. No, this person didn't do this. No, this person what. And that was pretty much the end. I think my series of missing prep continued from grade 8 to forever. I missed prep. Also from grade 9, I missed from grade 9. I was always prepared, but I was always late, because I wanted to be late. I wanted to leave when prefects are leaving. I'll literally be ready by the time they'll say leave the hostel, but I'll wait for time for prefects. I'll just be strolling in the hostel. The head girl will ask me, oh Kunda, why are you still in the hostel? I'll just say, because I want to be, and because I want. But I feel like I used to do bad things, like not following rules, of course, not following rules, the simple rules, and of course the complicated rules. I'm not about to expose myself here. Hi dad, hi mom. Yeah, so of course I used to not follow school rules, but because I was doing well in class and I was quiet, I was a quiet girl. I'm still a quiet girl because I don't talk too much. People don't expect you to be doing anything wrong. They are on top of those people who are failing and people who are always like publicly doing things wrong. But for me, I was like secretly doing things wrong, I would say. I was one of those students who always had a phone in school. You couldn't have a phone, but I always had a phone in school. It got to a point of me having a phone in school so much that my house parent could know and keep my phone for me, and like she won't report me because hello, report who? Yeah, that was my boarding school experience. I never experienced bullying or anything. I never cried to go home, but my parents have this theory that I cried. I think my house parent lied to them or something. Let's continue getting ready and you guys will see the final look. So guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for getting to the end. Hit that like button, share and comment. Tell me your favorite experience of mine, which part you liked the most. I feel like I didn't tell my story very well, but it's my first and I hope to do better next time. See you guys next Friday. Bye.